In order to understand how a spreadsheet works, it's important to understand the terminology. So today we're going to talk about spreadsheet vocabulary. The first one is active cell. An active cell is the cell ready for data entry. You're going to know that you have an active cell because the cell is going to be outlined in a thick black line. The next vocabulary term is alignment. Alignment is when data is entered into the cell. Labels are going to default to the left and values are going to default to the right. We'll talk about labels and values in more detail in a moment. Cells. Cells are the intersection of rows and columns, and cells are identified by a cell reference. The cell range, which is our next vocabulary term, is a selected group of cells that form a rectangle, and an example of a cell range would be like A1 through B6. Cell reference. Cell reference is the column letter and the row number. The example we see here is B12. The columns are all represented by letters A, B, C, D, and so forth, and the rows are represented by numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Columns, once again, identified by letters that appear at the top of the spreadsheet vertical. Formula, equation with symbols for math operations, and here's an example you see, equal B6 plus B7 plus B8 plus B9. Now a function is a special formulas that do not use operators, and once again the operators are like your plus, your minus, your multiplication, your division to calculate a result. They're known as your shortcut formulas, and you see here we have an example, equal sum A6 through A9. Label, as I was talking about earlier, labels are text, symbols, dates, or numbers not used in calculations. And labels default to the left. Rows are identified by numbers on the left side of the spreadsheet, and they're horizontal. Spreadsheet, a program that allows you to use rows and columns of data to manage, predict, and present information. Now a value is a number entered into a spreadsheet cell that will be used for calculations. And values go to the right.